What a complete waste of time, right? I want to keep this recap video short. I don't want to waste any more of your time, right? The Jets wasted too much of it today. I mean, look, nobody expected the Jets to win out. Nobody expected New York to just come in and, defeat the Miami Dolphins by 30 points. But I think the expectation was, hey, it's going to be competitive. It's going to be back and forth. I think the Jets were a home underdog, getting 2.5 points coming in. So yes, of course, Miami was the favorite. But who was expecting the Miami Dolphins to blow the Jets out? The Jets were humiliated today. God, this was a divisional game, man. I mean, credit Miami, right? They looked prepared. They looked ready to play. They looked like they wanted to be there. The first couple drives for the Jets defense was pathetic, man. It was putrid. The play calling was not good. The effort was not good. The tackling was just god awful, right? They couldn't stop the run. The Miami Dolphins, again, credit Miami. You like their game plan, but was it shocking? Was it this? Who expected the Miami Dolphins to feed Achane? Everybody saw that coming. And again, of course, it's a lot easier said than done here, but I mean, you look at the trend of the Miami Dolphins. They've been winning games. Granted, it has not been pretty. It has not been great, but they're finding ways to win. What is the change or shift? It's not just quality of opponent for Miami. It is taking the football out of Tua's hands, relying on the running game, right? Feeding these young backs, getting them out into space, right? Inside and outside. They're doing such a great job of that. And then you have Tua working off of play action. And that's really where Tua's at his best, right? Where that back foot hits and he just rips these passes over the middle of the field. Mike McDaniel did a great job. He actually took a page out of the Josh McDaniels playbook by exposing the failures in coverage by the Jets linebackers. I really like the Jets linebackers in run support. I like our Jets linebackers in pass rush, not as much as in run support. But when you ask these guys to play on their heels, when you ask these guys to, cover one-on-one, it just looks like they look lost, right? Like, again, Sherwood in run support, awesome. In coverage, not good at all. You look at that Patriots game, right? It was a night game on a short week. Josh McDaniels, Drake May, they had their way with just putting the Jets linebackers on islands, right, back to the quarterback and just picking them apart. How many times did you see Tua drop back today and hit someone wide open in the middle of the field? How many times? You feel like it was almost every passing attempt, right? Of course, I'm over exaggerating there, but oh my Lord, like there were so many passing plays where guys are just running wide open. And yes, the Jets are beat up, and we're starting a bunch of young guys, and no Jarvis Brownlee and whatnot. I get it completely. Believe me, I get it. And then you had multiple injuries throughout the game, right? Tyrod Taylor goes down. Multiple guys were getting hurt. Azariah Thomas got hurt, then ended up coming back in. It was just a brutal day on defense. You kind of felt like nothing was really working, right? They weren't really rushing the passer. They weren't really stopping the run whatsoever. The coverage was not great. They didn't start fast at all. It just sucks, right? Because once again, we have this great special teams effort, right? We had these returns. We had the 7 points coming off that great return. Nick Folk again, McNamara just doing such a great job in the punt game. Our gunners are consistently getting down there. Chris Banjo is just fired up, right? Completely fired up on the sidelines. And it's just like a wasted effort, right? Offensively speaking, when Tyrod Taylor went down, you're pretty much just like, okay, let's just see what Cook can do. And from that point, it pretty much just seemed like the Jets only felt comfortable running the ball and throwing screens. And when Miami, kind of picked up on that after the first 2 drives, it was just like sharks' blood in the water. Everyone's playing on their toes a little bit. As the game went on, they tried to stretch the field a little, right? Like fake screens and having guys kind of creep up the sidelines. And look, offensively, you're rolling out Brady Cook. You're not 100% healthy. It is what it is. No one was really expecting the Jet, put Brady Cook in the game or we're gonna go get 30 points. But even when Cook was, back there, like you could tell he was trying his hardest, and The pass rush got home. You had wide receivers drop passes, right? Mason Taylor had a drop. Mechie had a drop, which I believe would have been a touchdown. So just a disappointing effort, man. Offensively, defensively, not on special teams, but from a coaching standpoint, it just looked like the Jets didn't want to be there. The hell, man. So, and look, lots of jokes, right? Bad luck uniforms, just throw them in the trash, never wear them again. Did Darren Muji, get won over by Mendoza last night, initiate the tank? Look, and I get it, right? The season is what it is. But is this a situation that is ideal to be trading tons of picks, specifically first rounders, to just drop a quarterback in and say, save us? I don't know. I think today was a pretty good example of, hey, you know what? We're not just one quarterback away. And if someone's on the board that we like, okay, that's one thing. But if we're starting to creep into the territory of, well, Cleveland has extra picks and they want to trade up and we have to shoot up, by offering 3 1s and more, we're starting to enter dangerous territory, in my personal opinion. But yeah, just a disappointing effort, man. I'm pissed. And divisional game is one thing, but it just sucks losing to the Dolphins, man. And credit them, right? Again, winning streak. We'll see what happens with Miami down the stretch here. Got to give them credit. But anyway, thanks so much for watching. Let me know your thoughts. And as always, go Jets.